Welcome to Happily Ever Afters, where love doesn't stop at romance. Join us as we share the tales of everyday magic and celebrate life's sweetest moments. Hear inspiring accounts of love, intimacy, and pure joy as we uncover the secrets behind true devotion and partnerships that really work. Brace yourself for a full-on heart melting. Here's your host, Carlos Clemente.
Hello. Welcome again to Happily Ever Afters. I have my co-host here. I'm Carlos Clemente, and my co-host, the lovely, the talented Dorothy Lucy.
I said I wish my husband felt that way about me, but as long as my co-host does.
He does.
Look at these.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of married on here.
How cute are they? They're together, but they're in
them.
different parts of the Bahamas, maybe?
Yeah, we need that background here, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, I've been in the Bahamas twice, so I know what that looks like. All right, folks, we have a great guest here, Jessica and Eric Blake. Now, Eric is a comedian, and he's involved with Big Boy, who's super big in L.A. He's been around for years, and Jessica is also involved. So I don't know, is that how you guys met, with being involved with him, or before that?
Oh, no, we met before that.
Okay, so how did that happen?
How did we met with Big Boy or
No, you two. You said you met before Big Boy, right?
Oh yeah, we met before Big Boy in Colorado. She likes to tell the story. We have two different versions of this story.
Oh, that's our favorite.
We want both. We want both.
We met at a club in Denver, and one of my friends had invited me to this club, and I went over to the club and just happened to be standing there, and it was mostly an all-black club. That's one thing. Then it was just like a couple of, white girls standing in the corner.
Okay, just say it, man. Come on. You can say it.
And so Jessica was kind of staring at me the whole time. I kept going, who's this looking at me? I kept going to look over, and I happened to see her in the corner staring at me. So I decided to just say, you know what, I'm going to take a chance. Wait till after the club is over. On her way out, I grabbed her by her hand and asked her for her phone number. And the rest is history.
So that was it? Like no preamble, just can I have your phone number? Or?
Yeah, she's going to tell you her version, which is much more fun.
He's so full of it.
All right, what is your version?
Okay, so yes, it was definitely mostly like an urban club. And okay, in Colorado, let me explain this first of all. In Colorado, on Sundays, they don't serve alcohol at all, right? So what they do with the clubs is like they turn it into all age club because they can't sell alcohol. So that's the only way they can make money on Sundays. So I went with my friends to the club, and I go in, and he's like literally staring at me like the whole night long.
Oh, he was staring at you. Long. Okay, all right.
I don't know if I'm staring at you, you're staring at me first.
And then not only was he staring at me, but he never like came and asked me to dance. Like it was the weirdest thing. And my friend's like, he keeps staring at you. I'm like, yeah, but like he hasn't come to talk to me. Like, that's kind of strange. So we just had fun. We danced. And then I'm literally leaving out the door, and like a girl is all over him. He pushes the girl out of the way and like grabs my hand when I'm about to walk out the door. And I'm like, what is going on? And he's like, oh, what's your name? I told him my name. He's like, can I get your phone number? And I was like, in my head, I was like, well, why didn't you ask me like 2 hours ago? So I wrote my name on a piece of paper and my phone number, and he gave me his. And then I went to the car with my friends, and I looked at the paper, and I turned it over, and my number was actually on the back of the paper. So what he did was when I gave him my number, he took the paper, turned it over, wrote his number, and gave it back to me so I would have to call him.
Ooh, that's smooth. I like that. That's a good one, bro. Yeah.
I was so mad at him because like I'm kind of old fashioned. Like I feel like the guy should call the girl, invite her out. So my friends were like, oh, you have to call him. And now listen, he was very good looking. I mean, there was no doubt about it. I was definitely But I told my friends, I'm gonna make them wait 1 month before I call this phone number. And back then we had pagers, so he gave me like the code, the number 7, because I played soccer. That was like my number. So I waited a month, and then I sent like my code through the pager, and then his friend happened. He was out of town. Actually, he was in California, and his friend called me back and was like, "Hey, are you Jessica?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Eric has been calling me every single day to see if you called him." And I was like, "Well, maybe you should tell him to take my number next time." So,
Do you guys still fight about who was staring at who in the club?
Yes.
oh yeah.
But I got to
He
defend
swears
him.
it was me. He thinks I went like all the way around to pass him to get out of the club. It was like,
He
how
did.
ridiculous. One entrance and exit into the club.
Yeah, I gotta defend my man here, because when a guy's in a club and he sees a girl and she's gotta kind of act like she wants to dance.
Exactly.
She can't just be.
Well, you were
standing
looking
there.
at him too, right?
Yeah, but he was, you don't want to be too macho, but you gotta see some sign.
Right.
And he was looking for that sign. I knew exactly
I was
what he was
waiting
doing.
for her to break away from the pack, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was with too many girls.
There you go.
Yeah.
They wait for one to stray away from the pack, and then they.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they were a tight pack, and she didn't.
And that's what women do.
yeah. So I got to defend him in this case.
Thank you.
All right. So what happened after that?
So
Go ahead.
go ahead.
You go ahead.
So I called her and we talked, and then I flew back to Colorado, hung out with her, and found that we had a lot of things in common. We loved sports. We loved playing basketball together, and started just being friends first, and then I fell in love.
Come on, man.
Well, it
Don't
was
be shy.
It was not. No, it was not that simple.
No.
He was still pretty young. I don't think he was like ready to really be like settled down. And like it was so funny because the first day he took me to a mall, like a shopping
A
mall.
mall?
A
Come
shopping
on,
mall.
man.
Here we go.
Yeah. And then he is like telling me, like, we're talking, we're hanging out, it was fine. And then he tells me he's gonna go to this barbecue with his friends and he needs like an outfit and was gonna be like that night. And I was like, I'm like kind of on a date, and he didn't invite me to the barbecue.
Oh.
So I'm like helping him pick out this outfit that I mashed together. Like, I don't know why, but he looked so good in the outfit. And then basically he had me, then we like parted ways from the mall. It was so strange. I was like, why did he take me to the mall? Right. And then he like goes to this event that he doesn't even invite me to. It was so strange. Well, I found out later that like he was pretty wealthy at the time. I didn't know that. And I guess other people knew that. And so he would take women to the mall to see if they would start asking him to buy them things.
Ah,
And if they did,
he
he
knew
had
what to
like
do.
a car parked at the mall where he would just leave them there.
Oh.
So
That's
when he didn't
So-
invite you to the barbecue, were you like, I'm done with this
No.
guy?
How rude is that?
Is that it, man? Come on, defend
no,
yourself.
but I did invite you over after that, and all my friends loved you, and
Yeah, that's true.
and they thought you were super cool. Thought you were super cool, and to tell the truth, they all they used to nickname her Hi, because she would come say hi, and all my friends would be like, "Where's Hi at?"
Okay, so when did it become from high to high?
Prom. She invited me to prom. It was this crazy thing. I didn't get a chance to go to my high school prom, but she had this. She sent me a message to go to meet her in Boulder to go to a record shop. Right? For some reason, out the blue, I had no idea. Like, all right, I'm gonna go to this record shop. So I go to a record shop, and the guy hands me a note, and he sends me to Taco Bell. He says, go over and go to Taco Bell and give this person this note. So I go to Taco Bell, give the person a note. They give me another note, and they tell me to follow these directions. So I follow these directions, up in the mountains in Colorado. And by the way, it's night and I'm scared. We're going up in the mountains. I'm California. I'm a city boy. I'm never have been in the mountains too much. I mess around up in there, and I'm like, what is going on? So I'm following these directions, and I make a turn, and she's there with some balloons and a big sign that says, "Will you take me to prom?"
Wow. But what
That's
made
so
you? Yeah,
cute.
but what made him follow? I mean, if someone kept handing me
In the
notes, I'd be
woods,
going,
man.
"What?"
We're talking the woods, bro.
Yeah, I know.
The woods, man.
The
And
love scavenger hunt.
and
Scavenger. I'm scared of everything. Everything in the woods is freaking me out. Bugs,
city boy.
Well, your
squirrels.
book is called How I Survived South Central.
See, that's different mentality. Now, if she'd have sent me to the hood, I'd been all good.
All right, Jessica, your version.
No, I mean, I think like that was when we definitely started taking it more serious, but we weren't like at the marriage point yet. I don't think he was still quite there. And a matter of fact, like I think I felt a lot more strongly about him than he felt about me. Like I was definitely in love with him. Like I knew like this was the person I want to be with. Like I would have gone like to the end of the earth for him. I wanted to be married. I wanted to have a family. And guys sometimes like I think it takes a little longer to come around, but it's not something I ever wanted to force, right? Like you want it to be natural. You want someone to be in love with you at the same time they're in love with you. And I saw like he wasn't ready to settle down, and we actually broke up. I broke up with him.
She broke up with me,
Um,
which never
and
happened
we
before.
Oh wow, because he wasn't ready. You thought?
he wasn't ready, and it was just like too much, you know. And so I broke up with him, and then we actually didn't talk for like a whole year.
Well, it's
Um,
about a year and a half.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I still loved him. Like, I was heartbroken, but I just knew for me, like, it was the best thing to do because it's not good if you love somebody, and you don't think they love you the same or they're
Mm-hmm.
not at the same place in the relationship,
Yeah.
you know? Like, I think he still wanted to date, he still wanted his freedom, and I just didn't want to go down that road.
How did you get there? How did you finally get to that?
Me?
Both of you. How did you? All right, she
Well,
was at that point. How did you finally realize and get to that point?
well, well, for someone as mature as Jessica was for her age, it was just one of those things that, you kind of admire, but then again, really didn't understand. Coming from South Central in Los Angeles, it's just one of those things where, you're running free, you're running wild, you're doing what you want to do in your life, you in control of your life for the first time, and you're doing way too much. You don't know the difference between love and lust yet. At 22, 23 years old, I hadn't figured those things out. Um, but for her to sit me down and tell me like, hey, I don't get down this way. Um, I think we should, separate was very, eye-opening for me. And at the time I understood and I let her go. But, like about a year and a half later, I think I was going through some problems, went through a midlife crisis, a lot of stuff I don't really want to say
No.
here. It could take us to a whole nother direction,
Yeah.
but going through a midlife crisis and ended up doing things that I wasn't really proud of. And then you pray to God, you want change, And I said to myself, you know what? I need some change in my life. I pray to God, look, I need some direction. And in the moment in that prayer, I came across her number.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I could have had just about any girl's number, but I had a lot. But I'm thinking like, okay, I don't want this anymore. I don't want this life anymore. And came across her number. And was like, I wonder if she still, lives at that number. She's still at that number. So I called her, and she answered the phone. And I said, "Dear God," okay. So I took it on as a sign. Called her up. She came to Colorado. It was in Arizona, I think I was. I was in
Yeah.
Arizona. We talked, and I remember at a point in my life, I didn't know what I really wanted to do with my life. And then comedy was just was a thing that I thought of. And I asked her, what did she think about comedy? And then she told me that I'm not sure anything about comedy. As long as I'm with you, I'm going to go in that direction. So we got together and decided to move and be on our own. We moved to, what did we move to? Louisiana.
Really? Yeah, New Orleans.
And then we that's where we fell in love with, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Jessica, what'd you think when you got that call?
I couldn't believe it, honestly. I mean, he never lost my mind. He never was out of my mind. Like, I didn't really date anybody else in the time. Like, I really did love him. And I didn't think he was going to come back around. It was just it was my process to have to get through it. And I was really, actually really, really excited, really excited. And then as soon as he called, it was we'd never been apart, not even, a little bit. We talked, and then we talked every night, and then we made plans to see each other. And then when we did get to see each other, it was much more. I could see that he had matured. I could see that he was ready for a relationship. I could see that, he had been through a lot. Maybe it took him going through that to understand who would be good for him in his life moving forward. And I think he just had to kind of have that freedom to do what he wanted to do, to figure things out on his own.
Now, you're both involved in one of the craziest businesses in the world. So how do you guys keep things going? How to keep things on the happily ever afters moment and have 4 kids on top of that?
Oh, man. Well, I think it started with our marriage. First, first we got to tell you about the proposal. It's kind of gangster. So I was a bit scared to ask her to marry me. Her parents are married together, was together for 20-something years, 25-something years at the time. And I come from a single household. And for me, I never thought about someone like that. And I went to her parents and asked her parents for her hand in marriage. And I knew that I had to get my life right. I knew that comedy was going to be a part of it. I just had no idea how I was going to do it and take care of their daughter at the same time. And when I asked, her father was, my father-in-law, I love him to death. I asked her father, and he told me, hey, look, we love you as a son. However, whatever you do, as long as you take care of my daughter. And for me, for a man to invite me into his family like her father did, I think that was a clue for me. That was a clue for me to say, someone is giving me their daughter. And it's my job to take care of her. And from then on, I knew that she was the one, and I knew I was going to take care of her. So I went back and I proposed really gangster style, and I just told her, I handed her a ring and told her, you married, and walked off.
No, that's not what he did. But what he did do was he gave me, it was Christmas, he gave me a wedding ring, an engagement ring as a gift. And I opened it, but he didn't ask me to marry him. It was so weird. I was like, why would you give me a wedding? I'm like, I didn't even know in my head how to process this. A guy's supposed to get on one knee, they're supposed to propose. I'm Italian also. So I come from a very traditional Italian family. And there's steps that you have to go through. So I told him, I said, this is an engagement ring and you did not ask me to marry you. So I'm just going to leave this ring on this desk. And when you're ready to marry me, you can go ahead and get the ring. And I literally left that ring sitting on that desk for a year.
Wow.
It's a miracle you guys got married.
Wow.
I know.
Every day I would look at the ring and it's still there.
Put it on.
Right. So
yeah, no. So finally, he did ask the right way, because originally he actually had not spoke with my parents first, but he just had given the ring for Christmas. And I just left it up there like, hey, there's steps to this, you know. Then he talked to my parents and he understood and he asked me the right way. And at the time, he was actually going to University of New Orleans and he was actually taking comedy at the time. And he was like the best guy, like the funniest guy, like in all of the teachers' classes. Like he just was killing it. And so he asked the teacher, like, what's the next step for me? And he said, well, the next step for you should be to go to California. Like you have family in LA, you should go back to LA and you should start getting in the clubs. Like, and that's what we did. We packed up a U-Haul, engaged. We drove our U-Haul from New Orleans to LA and and a year later, the whole year we were there, we started planning our wedding.
And now you guys, I mean, you have so many projects together, you work together, you're both really busy, you have a family. I mean, things have worked out.
Yeah.
It worked out very well. We have our own company. We partners with Big Boy. We have a couple of Big Boy brands that we collaborate together. We've been together 30 years.
You got a show on Showtime.
Showtime. We did a
how about that
Super
fancy
Bowl.
Cannes Film
yeah,
Festival award?
Yes, we produced a show for the Super Bowl, a commercial for the Super Bowl, which is called This Is LA, which is a really good commercial. We do a lot. We do a lot. We have real estate. We do a lot as a couple. We're a power couple for sure.
Yes,
Power couple, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Well, what's next on the list for
Grandkids.
both of you?
No, well, that's gonna be wild. So we have two kids in college right now. One's at Berkeley. He just graduated. He's taking his LSAT to go into law school. And our daughter, she's at Cal State Monterey Bay, and she's going into she's going to be starting her master's for as a psychologist. And then we still have two younger ones at home. So we have our 16 and 14-year-old. So I mean, we're not quite there yet. We have a little bit of time.
You have a full, beautiful life.
Beautiful
Yeah,
life.
we do. And we just try to like make it count. Like whatever time that we do have, you know, we just try to plan stuff like just for Easter. We took the kids, we drove up to Monterey, we spent the whole like 4 days up there. And it's just about like creating memories and then we get our own time. We try to take at least 2 trips a year to somewhere tropical. That's probably why you're
Oh, look where you
it's
are
about
now.
that time for us.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, and just try to continue to love and support each other. I mean, it hasn't been easy, right? There's been like lots of ups and downs, things we weren't expecting. LA is a tough place to move to. I'm from the South, and moving to LA was like a culture shock. Like, I didn't understand why the people weren't nice. I didn't understand why nobody smiled. I didn't understand, you know, kind of like Hollywood and the way that it works. And it was
figured it
definitely
out.
like a learning curve. And I didn't have like one single family member in California. It was all his family. So, and it's also tough because it was kind of crazy. Like when I thought you would think like it would be my family that might have had an issue with us being together back then, but my family was like so progressive even at the time. I think because my grandparents immigrated from Sicily and they came as immigrants into this country, and you know they created it's their own community, which was outside of Texas and Beaumont, and so everything was just like about family. But when I moved to LA with him, we got more backlash by being a mixed couple than when he was with me in Texas, which is crazy.
That's weird. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you
So-
survived it. You survived it. You've grown together. You created your happily ever after moment by doing that, by going through all those battles. Look at you
Yeah.
now. Look at you
Yeah.
now.
30
You
years.
both,
30,
you
almost
both
30
have your
years
own
no
Bahamas.
issues. No
They got
real-
their own private island.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right.
I mean,
we're
if
gonna.
I had a chance to be a woman, I would want to be her.
All right. All right. Okay. All right. Running out of time. I appreciate both of you being on. Real quick is tell us how to stay in touch with you, how if I watch social media, etc. If like you're doing the big voice stuff, how people can tune into that.
I'm following Eric. I couldn't find.
Yeah,
Are you on, Jessica? I couldn't find you.
I keep a low profile.
Okay, all right.
I just do because of the kids. I do because of
Okay.
the business side of it. But well, I mean, we have like 3 or 4 brands that Eric and I created with Big Boy, and it's actually comedy tours. So we have like Comedy Kings at Yamava with like Cedric the Entertainer, DL Hughley. Last December we had George Lopez. And then we do like a more urban brand that we have like Mike Epps, DC Young Fly, Just Hilarious. We've had Marlon Wayans on it, and we've done that in Vegas the last several years. And then really this year is just more about production. I think, a lot of networks were really holding back on funding and approval and kind of pushing projects through. I don't know if it was after COVID. I don't know if it was because of the strike, but it really seems like it's starting to open up now. And so we're starting to be able to push some of, like our projects through. So I'm excited.
Me too.
Well, thank you. Thank you again.
We'll make sure we send you both copies of the book, though.
All right.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'll do a few tags. Eric has a book he wrote called How I Survived South Central. He also starred in a short called Beautiful Violence. It's on YouTube. It won Best Duo Acting at by Cannes Film Festival. So he's also done a lot on the acting side, and yeah, he's working on his second book. So
That's good. Good. Well, thank you. Thank you. One thing we do have in common, you got married in July of 98. I got married in August of 98.
Wow.
oh wow.
We're a month
Wow.
apart.
I got to
1
tell you
month.
a funny story, too. Do you remember those are the years of 112, the group 112 with the afros?
Yeah.
And so she was begging me to cut my afro, right? And I call this is my last what do I call it? My last final man moment. Babe, cut your hair, please. Cut your hair. I'm like, I'm not cutting my hair. No.
Well,
Right? And she
now-
begged me to cut my hair, right? So,
yeah. Now I'm glad I don't have it.
right. But on my wedding pictures, bruh.
Yep. All right.
Because he wanted all white. So he wanted like all white, and we had white with green.
Wow.
And he had this
You wanna see a
big
picture
old
of it?
afro.
You want to see a picture of it?
No, they haven't.
Yeah.
I look
I
like
think they
Isaac
should
from
have
the Love Boat on it. They see it? They see it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I said it, but
Okay.
yeah, he literally looked like Isaac from the Love Boat.
We'll-
I was so
we'll-
sad
we'll
walking down
edit
the
it in.
aisle. Like, really? You couldn't even cut your hair? Like,
All right.
oh my God.
We'll edit it into the show so that everybody can see it. Well, thank you again. Once again,
Thank
folks.
you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us
That's
on.
another edition of Happily Ever Afters. Thank you again, Miss Dorothy.
Oh, and thank you guys.
All right.
You were just delightful.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, you
And
can
damn
join
funny.
us.
Oh, wait, he's a comedian.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. You can join us on UBNGO Network, YouTube, Apple Podcast. I think we're at Spotify now. We're on
Anywhere
Spotify.
you can hear a
Yeah,
podcast.
you can catch us just about anywhere. Subscribe. We're going to subscribe to you as well. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Good night.